Students, welcome to the Heath. At the end of last video, you'll remember that Macbeth promised to pay another visit to the Weird Sisters because he wants to know what his future has in store. He wants to know the worst. Now, this video is not for the faint-hearted because we're going to talk about the unsavory business of charms. In this scene, you're going to be introduced to a witch called Hecate. We've seen 3 witches so far, but there's actually a 4th who's the head of all of them. And she is going to explain that she's going to go up to the moon, collect some ingredients, which forms part of a charm. So before we look at that, I'm going to explain how a charm was made. Because where medical science failed, local women with local ingredients would succeed. Students, here we are, another part of the Heath. Here's a pot into which witches would add various ingredients for making a charm or a spell. So, as I say, natural ingredients would allow local women to prove they have an advantage over medical science for unexplained injuries or illnesses. So, what we could add from the local environment is a bit of head of elder there, some elderflower. I'm wearing some rubber gloves because it's a very unsavoury business we're about to get into. There's a bit more elder here. This is, if anyone's ever read The Monster Calls, you'll recognise the tree, the yew tree. It actually had magical, they're very old trees. They're said to have had magical properties. So there's some yew branches here. Here's, these are foxgloves, I believe. I think they're poisonous as well. And there's something called deadly nightshade around. Where is it? These purple flowers here. So they're going in. Belladonna would be an ingredient. Don't have any of that. These are bird cherries, will have to do. And just the remnants of the yew and the foxgloves. Let's go and collect some dead animals next. Students, welcome to a different part of the Heath. Now, this is a pile of horse dung. It was said that if naughty boys played a practical joke on you by defecating in front of your door, a charm or a spell would involve taking part of the feces that they left behind and placing a poker, stabbing it with a poker, and that would cause the naughty boy pain wherever he got to. So again, these natural local ingredients could be used to form part of a witch's charm or spell. In fact, I tell you what, let's grab a bit of the manure and add it to our charm. So students, we have in our cauldron the nightshade, the foxglove, the dung, and some other herbs. All that needs to be added is the dead animals, I think. So, look away now if you're a trifle squeamish, because I have a dead duckling and a mummified hen. Now, it's said there were 2 local women in 1604 who claimed that part of their remedy for illnesses was to place a duck's bill into the mouth of the sick person as part of their charm. We are just going to put the whole duck into the cauldron. So let's just empty the ingredients. Here we go. Here's the poor duckling. It's very dead. Toss that inside. And here is a mummified hen. It's been dug up recently by a pair of dogs, I believe. So we'll add that into the charm as well. So that is all we need. And Hecate uses slightly more savoury ingredients. She is the head witch. She's going all the way to the moon to collect a bit of dew in the following scene. But first, she's going to tell the witches off for toying with Macbeth without her.
Have I not reason, beldams, as you are, saucy and overbold? How did you dare to trade and traffic with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death? And I, the mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all harms, was never called to bear my part, or show the glory of our art. And, which is worse, all you have done hath been but for a wayward son, spiteful and wrathful, who, as others do, loves for his own ends, not for you. But make amends now, get you gone, and at the pit of Acheron meet me the morning. Thither he will come to know his destiny. Your vessels and your spells provide, your charms and everything beside. I am for the air, this night I'll spend unto a dismal and a fatal end. Great business must be wrought ere noon upon the corner of the moon. There hangs a vaporous drop profound. I'll catch it ere it come to ground, and that distilled by magic sleights shall raise such artificial sprites as by the strength of their illusion shall draw him on to his confusion. He shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bear, he hopes, above wisdom, grace, and fear, and you all know security is mortal's chiefest enemy. Hark! I'm called. My little spirit, see, sits on a foggy cloud and stays for me.